This is Carter. Today we get to talk about something very interesting. Have you heard of the words stimulus or response? If you're an older kid, you probably have heard those words before. But if you're younger or if you've never heard them, there'll be new vocabulary. A stimulus is something that happens that makes us want to take action. And the response is the action that we take. I'm going to show you some examples from the animal world. Do you like animals? I think you might like these animals. I'll make myself small so that you can see the pictures better. Do you know what this is? That's right. It's a pill bug or a potato bug. When I was a little girl, we called them roly-poly bugs. But they have lots of nicknames, I think, depending on where you live. When we touch a pill bug, that is the stimulus. We're touching it and it makes it take an action. What is the action that it takes? Yes, it rolls into a ball. The rolling into the ball is the response. It's how it responds to our touching it. There was a famous scientist a long time ago, Dr. Pavlov, more than 100 years ago. It's a very long time ago. And he studied dogs and he wanted to see what dogs could learn. So he had a dog and the dog liked food. Do you have a dog? You'll get to see my dog later. So the dog liked food, and when he saw food, he would stick his tongue out and it would drip because he was really hungry. It's called salivating. Well, if Pavlov's dog just heard a bell, he didn't seem interested. It didn't make him stick his tongue out and start dripping because he was so hungry and excited to eat the food. The food did that. The food was the stimulus, and the dog being hungry and salivating was the response, okay, the action that he took. But did the dog take an action when he heard the bell ring? Nope. So Dr. Pavlov tried giving the dog food and ringing the bell at the same time. He practiced that for a long time with the dog. The dog still salivated because the food was there. But you know, the most interesting thing happened after that. And some of you might have heard this before. When Dr. Pavlov, after a lot of practice with the bell and the food, when he took the food away and rang the bell, the dog started salivating. He understood that the bell meant food. Even if there was no food there, he would still salivate. He would still act like there was food there. Isn't that interesting? This is a picture of my dog. His name is Rascal. He's a big, fluffy dog all winter long. But in the summer, he gets shaved and he looks like a more skinny lion sometimes if they don't shave his mane. And he usually still has a puffy tail. He gets pretty hot, so we have to take off his winter coat. He likes that. He's more comfortable that way. But I want you to think about when Rascal was a little puppy. Do you think when Rascal was a little puppy, if I said to him, sit, do you think he would sit down? You're right. That did not happen. It took a lot of practice for him to finally sit. And what do you think we had to bribe him with? A treat. Yeah. We had to give him a little treat every time he did the right thing. And sometimes we'd even have to push his backside down and make him sit so that he would hear the word sit and know what to do, because that wasn't natural to him. Here's a picture of Rascal sitting after I said sit. Isn't he cute? He has one brown eye and one blue eye because he's part Australian Shepherd, and that's normal for them. But he can see just fine. Some people think he's blind. Humans have a response to stimulus too. I don't know if you've ever been around a lot of mosquitoes, but I grew up on an island where there were lots and lots of mosquitoes. And I also lived in Florida for a long time. And there were lots and lots. Every day we were getting mosquitoes on our skin everywhere. And what does a mosquito do? Yeah, Yeah, it's not fun. Well, if you've never had a mosquito on your arm and you felt something, because you can feel it a little bit, you might look at your arm. Ooh, there's a bug on there, and maybe brush it off. But after you feel that feeling for a lot of times, pretty soon you feel that feeling, and the first thing you do is slap it right off because you know what it is. But in the beginning, did we know what it was? No, we looked first, and then we figured it out. But after a lot of times, we just felt that stimulus, and we slapped it right off as fast as we could because we didn't want to have a mosquito bite.